everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. Today I am so excited to present for you guys my 16th update for Use Those Eyeshadows. This is my version of Pan Those Eyeshadows, where again I'm randomizing an eyeshadow from my collection. I'm working on 3 at a time. I'm using that eyeshadow 10 times and then rolling it out and bringing something new in. However, my particular twist is that I am also using that palette holistically for my look. Again, there can be some exceptions, but generally that's what I do. I'm not mixing palettes because I find that overwhelming for myself. And I do tend to wear the eyeshadow down more evenly rather than trying to rush to hit pan, just because that's how I prefer the look of my palettes. I guess I'm a little weird. But that's how I'm doing. Last month was such a good month. I was so excited. Like, it was an amazing update because I was liking what I was working on. I loved what I brought in, and I have 2 rollouts to share with you today, so I'm so excited about that. So let's dive into what's been in the project for 2 months now. That is the Ciate London, the Editor Palette, New England. We have 18 eyeshadows in here. The palette is gorgeous. I had reached for it once or twice before rolling into the project, but now you can see much more love on this palette. There are a couple shades I still haven't used, but that's okay. I had rolled in shade number 8, which is this guy right here. So I will get you a little bit of a video so you can see a little bit better what we're looking like now. But I have reached for this an additional 6 times since my last update, bringing me to 10 uses in the project. So I will be rolling this one out. How I tended to prefer this color was in the outer V. I was doing like kind of like a rose gold look. I was doing a gold look. I did purple. I did a blue. Like, it was just really fun. This was kind of like a colorful palette that I was playing with. I really did enjoy this one, but a goal is met. The second goal met, which is the one I guessed would happen between the 2 new roll-ins from last month. Again, a stunning, beautiful palette. Like, look at this packaging. The eyeshadows are great too. But this is the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism palette. Gorgeous. I had reached for this one before this project, so I kind of had some ideas about it. And it's looking a little bit more loved because guess what? Yes, I used my shade 10 times. I am wearing it for the last time today. And the last time, I mean last time in this project at this moment. It's going to stay in the collection. I had rolled in the shade Vibes, which is this one right here. This is a gorgeous matte. This is probably my favorite matte in the palette. I am wearing it as my transition shade. That's the only way I wore it. I've used that shade, I've used the entire middle roll with it, and then I've used these 3 shades for deepening out the outer component there. Loved this palette, got my 10 uses on it, so this one is also going to be rolling out. And finally, the one that's going to be staying in, but I did make some really good progress on this. I was so excited to roll in my Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette, because again, it's very spring appropriate. And I wanted to play with more of this beautiful, so reflective, sorry guys. But I wanted to play with this palette a lot more because it is so pretty, so pretty. I had rolled in the shade Supernova, which is this one down here. So again, hard to see, I'll throw a video up so you can see it a little bit better. It hasn't performed as well as I would like it to, so I'm thinking, like, I usually use brushes, but maybe I'm going to try to use my finger because you're losing like the prettiness of this particular shadow. I used this 5 times so far since the last update, so I have 5 uses left to roll it out. And since it's staying in, there's my swatch of it. Like, it's just so, like, it's got such a reflectiveness, and like, it's pink, it's orange, it's gold. You kind of lose that on at least my eye, so I think I'm going to try doing it with the finger and see if that application rather than brush is going to help. So 1 is going to stay in and I get to roll 2 more shades, which is so exciting. So I am going to be pulling up my Pretty Random app. I have all of my shades in here corresponding with an Excel spreadsheet. So this is the best part. I'm so excited, guys. I will roll and then I'll show you guys what I have. So the first new roll in is going to be shade number 50. That is quite low on the spreadsheet. That's exciting. And the second shade, basically the opposite end of the spreadsheet, is number 408. I've pulled those palettes. I haven't looked at what the shades are yet. But first off, number 50. We've actually pulled this palette before in this project. We are bringing back my Persona Identity 2 palette. So again, another BoxyCharm palette for me. We're gonna see, this is a very colorful, and I feel like it's more like a fall palette. It's a lot of jewel tones. I think I had rolled it in last summer and it was a little bit much. Oh, it is! It is, you guys! Okay. So, it's a beautiful palette. I had previously rolled in the shade Brave, which was great because it meant I got to use basically everything in this palette. And keeping with tradition, I tend to roll in the color right beside it. Limitless is the color I had rolled in, which is the black in the palette. Now, I do not use black as a liner because I think it's too much work, honestly. Like, that's the main reason. I have eyeliners. I prefer their ease of application. But at least with the black, the good news is that I can use that with pretty much anything in this palette, which will be nice. Just it is going to lead to darker looks because I am going to be using this to deepen the outer V. Have I even used this before? Good question. Okay. So it's not the deepest in terms of like the most pigmented black, which for me is actually a good thing. But, oh man, that's such an interesting start here. But we get to play with that one. We get to use it 10 times. And again, it's another perk of doing this project this way, of just using it 10 times rather than trying to hit pan on a black. So there we go. So those are my first two. And the other one, I had a suspicion it was the black. But the last shade I'm going to be rolling in is not a BoxyCharm palette. It is from Essence. This is their London eyeshadow palette. The inside, I haven't even used it. Oh no! Oh no, you guys. Okay. I haven't used it yet. All right, this is what it looks like. It has obviously never been touched. And the shade I rolled was shade number 3, which is this one right here. And with this palette, like, how am I supposed to wear that? Let me know your thoughts down below, because again, that's not a color I gravitate to. So let's see. Yeah, it's orange. It's orange. It looks like I'm getting ready for Halloween, you guys. But there we go. With this particular palette, I'm thinking like this could be very easy every day for work. It can also be kind of getting into that more colorful side. It's just such a distinct color to, like, maybe like obviously these 3 might be able to get into something, but wow. So this is my new color story, you guys. We'll see how this one goes. Goals for next month, I still have another 5 uses on my Supernova, so we're gonna go through that. And then with the other 2, we're just going to really have to see if I can get more than one rollout next month, just because these are quite statement pieces. If anything, it would be the Persona 2, but we'll kind of see how it goes. So give me lots of luck. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoy eyeshadow usage projects, and I will see you guys in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.